Good morning from Israel. It's Denise here for Stretch and Tone. And before we get started, a couple of things that you might need. You'll definitely need, well, you don't have to, but most of you will probably want a resistance band or a yoga strap. Have a yoga block available if you think you're going to need it. And also a chair for support if you think that you might need that as well. And we'll get started. I have some new stretches for you today. And as always, I have modifications for you, and I can take it up a notch as well. So it's important to think about your body and where you feel the stretch. When you feel that stretch, hold it there and enjoy it. Don't try to overstretch so you don't hurt yourself. So keep that in mind. Now let's start out parallel, hips, legs beneath those hips. So we're stacked like knees over ankles, hips over knees, rib over hip, shoulders over ribs, and chin level. And we're going to tuck that tailbone under, zip up belly button, elongate the spine from crown of the head to tailbone, one nice line. Roll those shoulders back. And here we go, arms to our sides, standing mountain, and get 2 nice breaths in through the mouth. And exhale. It's in through the nose, out through the mouth, sorry. In through the nose. And exhale. Today we're concentrating a lot on the lower body, so we're going to start out, again, modification. Hip width apart, pushing the floor away with the balls of the feet, keeping the weight over the big toe, second toe, and taking a walk. You can always put your hands on your hips wherever it works for you. And 4. Last 2. Hold it here. Modification, hand on chair, propping the big toe up on the floor. Don't push it into the floor. Slowly rolling that ankle around. And then we're going to take it the other way. You can lift up and hold on to the chair. It's slow. Everything we do is kind of a slower pace on this. And down we go, shifting the weight, pushing the foot of the supporting leg into the floor, engaging the glute and the inner thigh to help with that balance. Again, here's your modification. And reversing it, you can bring your hands out. Nice. And step down. And now we're going to point and flex. Think of coming up and over the foot as we point. There's our modification. Tapping the floor or coming up and point and flex. Good. Really push over the top of the foot, getting the shins a little bit stretched here and underneath. So you're getting those Achilles as well as the calf muscle. Last one. And let's switch. And tapping the floor if you want to modify. Taking it up. One more. Stepping down. From here, I'm going to turn to the side, and you can hold on to the chair, the modification, taking that front leg almost like we're going into our runner's lunge, but not as far back. From here, bend the knees, heels down. If you have to bring that heel up a little bit, that's okay. Think of pushing the feet into the floor as we get that Achilles stretch. Otherwise, hands on hips, whatever works best for you. Step up and let's switch. And I was thinking about parts of the body, again, same thing, that kind of get ignored sometimes. And that sometimes give us some problems. And I was thinking, oh, Achilles, yeah, definitely. And up we go. Now we'll go into our runner's lunge. Again, if you would like, this is going to be a little bit wider. Again, we're pushing that heel into the floor, knee over ankle, head in line with the spine as we lean forward, not hinge forward. Okay, so wherever it's comfortable for you, head in line with the spine, gaze forward and hold. So we're kind of traveling up the leg a little bit. That calf should feel so nice. Now coming up and down into that lunge position, pushing the hips forward because what's happening is your belly button's to your spine, tucking the tail under. And I'm feeling this on my quad. Feels nice. So we traveled up the leg a little. And back into my runner's lunge. Let's switch sides. I'll start modified, runner's lunge. Taking it up. Heel up into your lunge, hips push forward. and back into our runner's lunge. I'm going to step forward and get the back of the legs. So I'm going to flex my foot. We do this on the floor as well, but we're going to do it standing for a change. We're going to, this time, hinge at the hips, tailbone to the back of the room, bend the knee on the supporting leg, head in line with the spine, shoulders down, and feel that stretch in the back of the leg there. Okay? And breathe. Foot down, and you can always keep the foot down here too if it gets to be too much. And up we go, step together. Same thing, other leg. So I'm about hip width apart on this, flexing the front foot, bending the knee on the supporting leg, hinging back. You can always keep those hands on your thigh. Foot down. And up we go. I'm going to face front. I'm going to step shoulder width apart, getting my inner thighs, tailbone to the back of the room, keeping my chest lifted, head in line with the spine, and sitting back, feeling it right in here. And let's switch sides. Ooh, if you hear some crickles and crackles, as long as there isn't anything, that's okay. I just had a big one here. And up we go. And a few more. Staying shoulder width apart, opening up in the hips, so it's not from the knees or from the ankles. Protect those joints. We're going to do a plié. It's not a sumo. Okay, so my tailbone's coming down to the floor. It doesn't have to be deep. Okay, it can be a little. You're just feeling that stretch. You're feeling the glutes, those inner thighs. Knees tracking over the big toe, second toe. We're going to breathe in as we bring the arms up and in front, not back, in front here of the ears. And then exhale as we come down. Let's do 8 of those. And 1. And down. Taking our time with everything. 4 more. Pushing the floor away with our feet. Last 2. And on this last one, we're going to hold it down. Hold it here. Or else hold on to that chair as well, wherever. Hand on hip if your arms are getting tired. And up we go. Shake it out just a second. We're going to open and close that leg again. Chair is here if you need it. So it's taking half circle, knee stays bent, and open and close. Like opening and closing a gate. 1 more. Now on the other leg, I'm going to take it up a notch. So I'm going to bring my arms out. I'm going to open. Good. 1 more. Nice. Now I'm going to go into my warrior 2. So I'm shoulder width apart still. The leg that I'm leaning into, this bearing that I'm going to lean towards, that leg is going to be opened and turned out. My hips are going to be forward, and the other leg is parallel, arms out, shoulders down. I'm pushing into the floor with those, pushing the floor away with our feet, and then stretch where it's comfortable for you, keeping our head in line with our spine. Now it's like opening and closing a book. So wherever it's comfortable for you to reach, if you can, follow your hand up and then gaze down, taking our time. And 1 more. And up we go. Let's switch sides. Parallel, switching sides in warrior 2. Hips forward, out and down. Reach, knee over ankle. Hold. And open and close. Last one. Now we have been working, bring it down and come up, stepping together parallel. We actually have been working on those arms a little bit with our, as we work on the lower body. Again, engage that core, zip it up, roll it down, and just circle back. Taking our time, last 2. So we're kind of bringing it back up the body and over, reverse it. Kind of like swimming. 4, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take the arms and we're going to go on that diagonal. So we're opening up in the chest, kind of a chest opener, and squeezing the shoulder blades together. And we're going to come back in a little runner's lunge, not very big. So if I'm going to come back, opposite leg comes back, the other arm is up, and switch. I'm just going to face you now. So feel that chest opener. I'm on that diagonal with the arms, and I'm still getting a stretch in the back of the legs because I'm coming into a little runner's lunge. 2 more after this. Last one. Good. And from here, just roll the shoulders slowly forward and up and down. Just shrug. 2, 3, and 4. From here, legs underneath the hips. Turn, look to the side and center and side and center, and slowly bring our chin to our chest, taking our time. Rise up, chin towards the ceiling. Don't throw your head back. Control and center. Now ear to shoulder, chin to opposite armpit. Try to keep that shoulder down. You can push away with that if you'd like. And center other side. Push away if you want. And back to center. Let's get that tricep. So here's your modification, pushing back just a little bit, taking it up, tailbone down, nice and long through the spine. Turn our head and get a stretch to the side. Oh, that feels good. And other side, modification first. Here we go. Make sure you're not here. Here, nice and long through the spine. Turn our head. Oh, that feels nice. And up we go. And from here, circle. And other way. Now, here is a modification first, palms down and up. Just keep doing that. So you get that stretch. You can always go here to hold it. Here. And then palms down so you get here. And last time. We're going to come to the floor. This is where you will need your yoga block if you would like. We're also going to do something new today, so you'll need your band. Okay, so from here, stepping forward with the right leg. Yoga block can be to the side, one hand on the thigh or on the floor, wherever it's comfortable for you. Holding it here. Good. Now you can stay here. You can stay here. We're leaning forward, whatever works for you. If you would like, you can, well, I'm going to, hold on here. We're going to bring that arm up and look away. So you get stretch on the upper and lower body. Now, if you want to, from here, tuck your toe and lift that knee from the back and hold it here. Again, you don't have to bring the arm up. You can keep it on your yoga block. And knee down. From here, we're sitting up nice and tall. Now we're going to hinge back, flexing the foot. Bring that yoga block back if you would like. One hand on the floor, tapping the floor, framing the foot wherever you feel that stretch. Keep the foot flexed. Okay, so kind of get into it. Frame that leg. Hold it here. And up we go. And we're going to switch sides. Take your time, no rush. Be moving the yoga block to the other side, leaning forward. And if you'd like, you can put one hand here if you're not using the yoga block, keeping it one arm to the next arm in line. So if you're looking up, you can see your thumb. You can always tuck the toe and lift. So we took it up just another notch. And knee down. Moving the yoga block back, flexing, holding it here, wherever you feel that stretch. This time we're hinging back, not leaning. We're hinging where you feel the stretch, kind of find that sweet spot and hold it, keeping that foot flexed. Head in line with the spine, so you're looking down at the floor or your leg. And up we go, and we're gonna move the yoga block to the side, coming onto all fours, flat palms, fingers spread out, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, belly bent to spine, starting with cat, arching that back, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest, and releasing cow, and cat, and cow, one more, cat, and cow. And neutral spine. Toes together, open those knees, sitting back into our heels, walking our hands forward. We're going into child's pose. Palms of the hands on the floor, pushing the floor away, pushing the armpits into the ground, forehead on the mat, or you can put your yoga block down there. Put your forehead on the yoga block and hold it here. Walking the hands over to the right side, left hand on the right. Feel that stretch on the left, hold it here. Walking it to the other side. And right hand on the left. Feel it on the right side. Walk it back to center. Give me one nice breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and walking our hands back. Grabbing your yoga block if you'd like to use it, having a seat on that yoga block from here. Okay, we're going to start out, one hand at the side, stretching up, shoulder away from the ear. Back to center, rounding our back and coming down like over a beach ball, holding it here. Scooping up, opening, bringing that arm back, looking up, turning just a little bit, shoulder down, looking up at the ceiling, and coming back to center, other side. And stretch. So it's like one curve here all the way down to that hip. Just like a nice little curve of the body. Stretching through the side, that feels nice. And up, rounding like over a beach ball. Just hanging down here, chin to chest. Up we go, same thing. And back to center. Now we're going to breathe in, hands down, exhale, fingertips by the side of our head, really squeeze those shoulder blades together, hands underneath, not on the joint, on the thigh, shoulders down, tucking the tailbone under, rounding the spine, chin to chest, releasing the back. One of my favorite stretches actually. And coming up to center, although everybody who knows me takes my class, inhale, exhale here. Squeeze the shoulders, make sure they're not up. Everybody says, oh, they're all your favorites. Kind of, but this one really I love. And round it. And back to neutral spine one last time here. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, and round it. Feel that nice stretch along the back. Oh my gosh, that feels so nice. and center. Okay, now we're going to come to our figure 4, and actually we're going to use our resistance band for this. And we're going to put it underneath the arch of our foot. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to work through, actually, I'm going to show you a modification. So we're going to point and flex like we did before, and you can push down. This is good for your shin, actually. So you can think of coming over top and flexing it up, or you can use that band. So with that resistance band or without, hold on, there, point, coming from over top, and flex, and shin's another area that gets kind of ignored, so that's why I decided to add a little bit more to it, and we have a little bit of resistance, or you don't have to use resistance. Same thing, with or without. So without, you're right here, and then just a little, oops, sorry, a little push down. So we're in that figure 4, I'm just hinging forward a little bit, otherwise I'm right here, and going point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. Good, we can put that away. Staying in our figure 4, bringing it out slightly on the diagonal, turning and chin, chest, lead, walking it forward, head in line with the spine. So we're looking down at the floor. Hold your stretch here. And walk it back. Let's switch sides. Turning, same thing. Hold it here, shoulders down, away from the ears. And walk it back. Bringing both legs front and center, flexing the feet, shoulders down. Again, leading with chin and chest, walking to where you feel the stretch, as always, and hold head in line with the spine. And walk it back. Taking your right leg, lifting up nice and tall, elongate the spine, kind of wrapping around. And one hand back. You can put the hand right here as well, holding on. Get a nice spinal twist. And center, let's switch sides. Nice and tall. And hold. And center. Good. Now, if you're sitting on your yoga block, you can go ahead and put that away. We will need our band. We're going to go to the floor. You don't need your chair any longer. So I'm going to go to the side. I'm going to keep my upstage leg, or the leg closest to the wall, bent foot flat on the floor. I'm going to put my band around the arch of my foot. I'm going to lay down flat on the floor. From here, I'm just going to hold that stretch for a second. Okay, so you can see it. Then I'm going to loosen my grip on the band, and then bring that knee into the chest and extend both legs. Then we're going to do our windshield wipers, taking your time, bringing one arm out, and take your time, cross. It doesn't have to be very low, wherever it feels comfortable. Then I'm kind of transferring my hand so I can open it up again where it's comfortable for you and you feel that stretch. The arms at a T, it's not up high. And across. Hold it right here. Hold that stretch. And open up and hold. And bring that leg up and in. Bring the other leg in. Take the band up. Gently hold on beneath the knee, not on the knee, and kind of circle it around like stirring a pot. And then the other way. Then we're going to switch. Now I'm going to modify for a second. So I'm not going to put my band on right away. If you have your band, go ahead and put it on. Otherwise, you can lift and hold on to the calf or at the hamstring, not on the knee, where it's comfortable for you, okay? So you don't have to have the band. If you don't have one handy, then bring the knee into the chest and extend both legs. Now, if you have the band, we're going to go into those windshield wipers. You can do the same thing here, arms out to a T, just cross and open. So I'm doing this side modified, cross and open. And this time I'm going to take my hand, hold underneath my calf or underneath my thigh on my hamstring. And keeping my top foot flexed. Then when I open, I'm going to do that same thing, hold underneath the calf or the thigh to get that stretch. If you have your band, you don't have to worry about that. Now bring both in, knee into chest, and circle, stir the pot, and other way. Good. Now I have 3 variations for you here today. You're going to bring one foot up and over, cross it. For that stretch, you can stay upper body on the floor, pushing gently into that inner thigh. You can thread the needle and hold it here, keeping the feet flexed. This is the last option. You can actually come up, crossing the legs, same thing. I've got my hands here, sitting up nice and tall, sitting into it. So that's I'm taking it up the final notch here. So wherever it's comfortable for you. And let's switch sides. I'm going to start up here first. So you can come up, taking your time, holding that stretch. You can stay there. I'm going to come down, threading the needle. Or you're down here, gently pushing. Good. And both feet down. From here, my arms are going to come out to my side. I'm starting up here at table, knees over hips, bringing my legs to one side. Both shoulders stay flat on the floor. Now palm up, and we're going to close and open. Or you can just hold it without doing this, whatever feels the most comfortable for you. And open. Last time, close and open. My modification, palms on the floor, are walking it over or using those abdominals, bringing it back up to table and other side. Arms are at that T. And from here, I'm going to go on my back, stay right where you are. I'm going to close and open and close and open. Last one, close and open. And walking those feet back to center. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me again. I'm still on my back. From here, I'm going to do something called a frog stretch. I'm bringing my arms down to a low V, soles of the feet together, just opening up in that pelvic region, and in the hips as well, the hip flexors, and holding it here. Anybody who has had ballet class probably remembers this stretch. Don't arch the back, just sink the back into the floor, just one line, and then just come up, shake it out, knees up and hip width apart, flex the feet, and then hold underneath the legs or hold onto the top of the feet, inside of the feet, and roll side to side in happy baby, just getting a nice massage on the back. Last time. Now, everybody's favorite time, stretching it out, arms to the side, wherever it feels good for you, just stretch, stretch, stretch. And now bring your arms to your side, palms up, head up, and just relax into the floor. You're just gonna relax everything right now. Release all tension from the body, so listen to my voice. Close your eyes, go to your happy place, wherever that might be today. Clear your mind of all thoughts. Think of working with gravity and sinking into the floor, into your mat. a cloud, a pillow, the sand at a beach, someplace where you can just sink in and let everything weigh heavy as we release all tension from your body. Just breathe. Starting with our toes. Let all tension melt away. Feet. Ankles. Calves. Knees and thighs. Everything should be heavy in the legs and feet. Just relaxed. Now release that tension past your glutes, lower back, middle back, and upper back. Past our neck and head. And release tension from those shoulders. We carried a lot in our shoulders and our neck. And upper arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. You just totally relax into that mat. Breathe. Now, like a balloon, we're going to inhale and expand through the chest, through the diaphragm. Exhale and let it all go. And inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Now just breathe normally and slowly. Bend those knees, come to your side, bringing yourself into your fetal position. Palm of the top hand comes to the floor. Slowly, slowly bring yourself up to that seated position. Crossing the legs or keeping the legs straight where it's comfortable for you. Roll those shoulders back and down. Nice long spine. Taking a breath in and exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a fun class. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you next week.